I pull up, roll the windows down it. I pull up, roll the windows down it. I pull up, roll the window down it.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. Cause the love you give, you can't replace.
It's not in the case of anybody.
That's why I spend my life with you.
Hi, hotties, kettles, tea-sters. You're here for hot tea. All commentary is alleged, and in my opinion, this is for entertainment purposes only. We got some previews from the season that's coming up, season 7 or 8, episode 1. And in one of the photos that I see from the Money Making Melody fan page, Keke and Nostradamus are sitting down. So that confirms it looks as though Keke is going to be back on Love and Mirror Chantsville. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I'm wondering what's her story going to be, because I remember at the live show, Carlos and Mel was basically talking about her and Keke's relationship, and it seems as though Mel and Keke may have cut their friendship loose. But are we really mad at her? Let's be real. My opinions of Keke still stands. Mel got you on the show, and just like that, you turned on her. You went gossiping about her to a blogger that don't really like her, just like Stormy is doing. And to me, that was just shady. And some people may feel like it was a mistake, but at the end of the day, it was a mistake that you can't come back from. I think that's one of those fairly common things. It's about loyalty. It's about morals, integrity, and principle, period. But a few weeks ago, Keke made a post on social media, which was on her Instagram stories, alluding to her being on the show, and yep, it's confirmed. So on her stories a while ago, she says, when they making jokes but don't even realize they're about to be the real joke, or know how you're about to have the biggest laugh of your entire life. She says, oh, just wait for it, coming soon, Team Keke, can't wait, hashtag Keke Jabbar. Now, this is interesting to me because I don't know if you guys have been up to date with all of the behind the scenes drama with some of the bloggers. And truth be told, I haven't been really up to speed with it as well, but I do know that the blogger that she had a beef with, which is ultimately the reason for her and Mel's relationship demise, had basically been exposing her. And to me, Keke is even more of a fraud based on the things that he had exposed, whether y'all like him or not, because my thoughts still stand. Not only did she betray Mel, but she also betrayed her makeup artist. She literally asked the blogger, AL, to screen record or record her on the phone with her makeup artist. And I'm not too sure that her makeup artist knew that she was having this conversation with AL on the other line. And to me, that is some shady, shady shit. Now, I know that he posted something alluding to a lawsuit or something of the sort, or maybe somebody threatening him with a lawsuit. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it has something to do with Keke and him exposing the fact that she turned on literally the people that were around her. But to me, all this shit is just so messy, because how ironic is it that Keke is sitting up here, I'm assuming, filming with Nostradamus, and Nostradamus is still in close proximity to the person that's on his platform exposing her. And I want y'all to get in my comments and let me know if you guys remember the video that I made about this whole falling out. And I'll also try to leave a link to it in the description box down below or pinned in the comment section. But I told y'all in that video, when everything was going down with Keke, the blogger, Mel, the makeup artist, the common denominator, in my opinion, was Nostradamus. I didn't understand why Nostradamus was the one going back and forth relaying the information. And I think it's interesting how now we see her photographed with Keke, so they could be filming together, while the blogger that Keke has a beef with has been currently exposing her for basically betraying not only Mel, but her makeup artist as well. And this is just some of the shit that I'm talking about when it comes to Stormy and her being fake, sneaky, messy, and just disingenuous, inconsistent. She lacks integrity, because how the fuck does that work, and where does your loyalty stand? And it's not even the fact that she linked up with the blogger, because we knew she was a weird hoe. I ain't even like the fact that she would link up with the blogger after she had the falling out, or after the blogger had a falling out with Mel, because that shows your intent. You were never close to that blogger until he had the falling out with Mel. So again, it shows your intent. But in the situation like this, who are you really friends with? Are you friends with Keke? Are you friends with the blogger? Where's your loyalty lie? You are on a show with cast members, so there should be some type of unity there, right? Or do you really need to pay for promo? Because that's what it's given. You got to pay for that fucking promo, nose. But y'all get in the comment section and let me know how the fuck does that work. This is what I mean. Stormy is messy as fuck. And now I got to keep rolling my clips in the bunctures of her ass, because everybody got to keep their fucking eyes on her. Period. I don't even care if people don't see it now. Pay attention to this hoe. She's the common denominator to all of the beefs. And I'm going to remind y'all. With that being said, in my next video, we're going to talk about her and Dusty Dan coming back together in cahoots. But for now, let me just refresh you guys' memory on the type of slime ball the sloth is, because you really kind of got to keep your eyes on her. What's also interesting is Mel went out of her way to get both Keke and Nostradamus on the show, and they both embarrassed her and made her, in my opinion, regret ever befriending them. But also something I want you guys to pay attention to in this debunkture is the way that Nostradamus was able to come back together in unison with all of the people that completely disrespected and violated her. She did an interview with Carlos King stating that she wanted to commit suicide. And then Tisha goes on national television on the reunion and tell her to go and pop pills. Dusty Dan throws a chair at her and tries to fight her. And she buys her a Gucci bag and tries to befriend her. And what Tisha said to her was interesting to me, because this is the same person that called herself crying when they were at the barbecue because Marceau, Tisha's husband, was laughing at Keke and picking on the fact that she could possibly be still popping. So in my opinion, I want to see how she's going to come back from that, because she has this big grudge toward Mel because Mel didn't talk to her when they stopped filming last season's reunion. When truth be told, ho, the reason why you have an issue with Mel is because she never told her fans, us, the people, that we should stop airing your ass out because you're a liar. That's really what it is. You're trying to deflect from the fact that you sought out this girl, stalked her, got up under her and in her camp to get on the show, when the whole time you knew her ex-husband's mistress. That's the whole gag. Like, come on, can you fucking talk about it? Because didn't you say in one of your interviews you don't understand why Dusty Dan had an issue with you asking questions as if people wouldn't have questions? Like, who wouldn't have questions? Like, ho, take your fucking advice. Who wouldn't have questions, right? But I don't know, y'all. We're going to see how it pans out on the show. Get in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit the post notification bell so you guys are up to date each and every time that I upload.
Questions. I'm going to ask some more questions. Anybody would. It's unrealistic to think somebody wouldn't. And I find it to be very weird as fuck when the question, like, when you don't, like,
when you saw my interview with Melody, did you feel that she made it seem that you befriended her to get on the show?
I won't say that because she didn't say that. But I feel like there was a lot left up to interpretation.
Do you feel like that's been some of the miscommunication between you and her, and some of the reasons why a lot of the fans may have an opinion about your friendship?
I think that's definitely a huge possibility, you know? So, yeah. And I feel, like I said in the scene, I feel like the people want us to have a problem.
Here come this ratchet ass bitch. Hall, why is you here?
You know, I've told my story many times. Like, I was suicidal in college. I wanted to kill myself. I was actually going to do it.
Why?
I had spent so many years pursuing something that I was told I should be doing, you know? I went from high school and went to the military directly from high school. Like 9 days, I'm in basic training. And before I could even get out of basic training, my mom already had my college schedule made, like without even knowing like what my dreams were, what my goals were. And I didn't even know. So I automatically got thrust into that path of this is what you do. Like, this is what you're supposed to do. And here I am, spent all this time. I'm like 27. I'm like 23 credit hours away from graduating. I got a 3.7 GPA. And I'm like, I went to school to major in arts. I was getting a BFA in art, painting, and minoring in photography. I'm like, what am I going to do? Teach? And I didn't want to.
That y'all never had an issue. She did say that. She said, me and Mel never had an issue. Obviously, we're getting to know each other. These are deeper friendships she's had for over 6 years. We don't have that. But after the reunion, she said that y'all haven't spoken and that even after the reunion, y'all didn't speak. Are there some things that you want to clarify as you saw that conversation take place in terms of what was going on with you and Stormy? Because we're all surprised that there was even this issue, if we want to call it that, of miscommunication.
Okay, absolutely. So when you think about, first of all, I want to say we did speak at the reunion. But when you think about, I was like, oh my gosh, you look so beautiful. Hey, hugged and everything. But what I will say is when you think about what you said in the terms of Stormy saying our friendship it's not like these, it's not that deep. We're getting to know each other or we're building, right? It kind of contradicts when you don't hear from someone for, I think the reunion was in October. I think we wrapped in maybe August. So it hadn't been that long, right? And you already was feeling like, what's going on? That would be something that would kind of make me feel some kind of way if it was someone I had a super deep friendship with and maybe something's off. But at the time, for me in my space, I didn't have an issue with Stormy. You know, Stormy hadn't done anything to me. I hadn't done anything to her at all. You know, I welcomed her into this platform with open arms, wanted to see her do very well. I had many private conversations with her, you know, in terms of game planning it out in the sense of, hey, show your business, focus on positivity, show your beautiful family. Like, girl, you know, I even said on the reunion stage, I feel like they represent what Love and Marriage Huntsville is. Yeah,
you pitched Stormy to me and Angela, who's a VP of my company.
Yeah, I sure did. And I don't think people know that.
Oh, is that an exclusive? Oh, so let me
know that, or the fact that, and correct me if I'm wrong, but y'all had interviewed her prior to me ever pitching her.
Yeah, so this is what happened. We have a show called Bell Collective that is based in Jackson, Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
Stormy is from Mississippi. And when we were filming Bell Collective season 1, Stormy name came up because I think at that time she was living in Mississippi. So she was on our radar. And I think Angela may have reached out. So Stormy was on our radar in terms of somebody who we saw for Bell Collective until we found out that, oh, you don't live in Jackson, Mississippi. You live on the outskirts, like maybe 2 hours away from Jackson. So we were like, I don't know if that's gonna work, sis. Like, we shoot in Jackson. So she was on our radar, number one. Number two, before we started filming, I think it was season 3, you contacted us and said, I have this friend named Stormy who I think would be great for the show. And me and Angela was like, wait, Stormy still? Canvas Girl Beauty, whatever? Yeah. And you were like, yeah. I said, oh my gosh, we know her. You said, well, look, I think she's gonna move to Huntsville. I think you guys should meet with her. And I was like, wait, she's gonna move to Huntsville because we thought she was in Mississippi. You was like, no, I think she's gonna move to Huntsville. She hasn't moved yet, but I think she will. But y'all, of course, do the conversations. And that's how we were able to talk to her about Love and Marriage Huntsville, because you initiated the conversation to let us know that she was going to move to Huntsville.
Yeah, well, no, she was in Huntsville by, I don't know.
She was in Huntsville at that time, okay.
So by the time I talked to you guys, I was like, hey, y'all need to meet her, like, you know, and she will be good for the show. So, and you know, Carlos, sometimes it comes to bite me in the butt, but I'm always that person, literally, even from Kiki, and you know this, I'm always that person who literally, when a person shares with me something they want to do or a vision or where they want to go, I try to figure out how can I help you get there? Okay, so what's for you? You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I am. You could tell me right now that there was something you wanted to do. If I know a connect, or possibly I will say, oh, let me connect y'all. Here's his number, here, you know, do y'all thing. And that's just that's how I move. That's how I move.
Do you feel that you don't get not that you're asking for it, right?
Yeah.
But do you feel that you don't get the credit for providing opportunities for people because you said sometimes it does bite you in the butt?
Mm-hmm. It gets overshadowed, for sure.
Thank you so much for taking time out to bring me champagne to be a sponsor.
I told you I was sponsoring this one, but you didn't send me what you sent Stormy. I said, hey, Stormy, you want to dance this event? She said, yeah, I'm going. She said, I'm sponsoring. I said, you sponsoring? No. Okay, I told her I wanted to sponsor, but okay.
I dropped the ball. That's on me. But you know, I didn't know if you were going to show up like you did in the last one. So
don't matter. One thing about friends, even when you drop the ball, somebody better be there to pick up the ball and catch you. So let me just tell you, I still am a gold sponsor.
You don't give me no check.
Oh, I'm still a gold sponsor. That's what friends do. I got you. Don't get You send anybody else
I'm
some.
gonna have to just bring a check and
anybody
just
else
slide it in your purse because you can get your money.
You send somebody else some sponsor stuff. I gotta be first on the list.
Yes, ma'am. I'll put you on the other stuff. Sorry you didn't get on the stuff.
It's all good.
I forgot to send Melody the sponsorship pack.
Pop some pills, girl, and shut up. That's what you do.
I don't got an issue. No one. I think it's weird. We weird. If anything, I think we have more in common than we have not. And I promise you, I know what you're talking about, but it ain't what it is. I promise you it's not. If you have no idea, it's not. I'm serious. I promise. Is the picture?
That's a whole bunch of stuff. That's part of it.
Because every time I've been on live, I've always said I don't have an issue with this. Every single time. You can run it back every single time.
And I don't have an issue with you, but you came at me sideways, and it's been too much going on.
Well, I don't know what's trying to come here.
She was trying to make sure you straight. This is a circus. Marketing queen.
It is. For real. For real. Like, I don't think the conversation that I want to have too many going on. Can we please have a conversation online? Like, for real.
Yeah, because I was about to give you your purse back.
Why do you want to get my purse back?
I don't like that take stuff from people, especially now. I have a friend want to say that they've given me stuff.
That's
So,
not me.
I'm just.
I got you that purse when we first got into it.
That's the gift they were talking about?
Yes. I've been had your purse for the longest. I've been wanting to give it to you.